This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We're going to work. Mike 5-4. Check the outs, check the out, check the out.
36 power.
Right there, 54. 54 Mike. Check, 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 check. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54.
On first down, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Front left. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Go. Right there.
Look left.
54 Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yeah.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Short. 54. Mike 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check 52.
Hey, kill.
Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Cowboys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Here we go, 47.
Coming after you. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Big stop.
Here we go, 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Move. Hey, 4 down.
We're going to 52.
He's checking. Cracks. Slam. Slow. No.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ziggy Ansah able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Seahawks take over
Good work,
first
boys.
and
Let's go.
10
Let's
at
go.
their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Bound to lose one.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, hey.
54 is Mike. 54 is
Echo.
54. Watch
Look, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Good touch.
Here's Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mike 54.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Big loss here as he's taken down. Cassius Marsh. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Any day. 25.
We're going to 54, 1-8. Under. We're going to 54, 1-8. 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will be out of bounds on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, 0-0-0.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In your face.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
He's coming. Double up.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
47.
Watch the whip. Watch out.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 44 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shit.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Go. Kill it, motion me out. Alert. 54. Mike 54.
Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down throw for Prescott. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
54, go to 54. Why ain't? We got double up. Sweat, hey.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And this is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Here we go, 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get through.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Slam, slam, slam. There we go, kill.
Wide, get wide.
There we go, going to 53.
Safety creep. Check.
There we go, going to 54. Wide in.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he cuts it right into space. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Line 90.
55. All day.
Go 14.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the